Whether you're a seasoned Stardew Valley player or completely new to the game, every person has to make a critical choice early on when starting a new save. And that is, of course, should you go the community center or JojaMart route. For most people, this is a no-brainer. I mean, why would you ever support the JojaMart? It's a massive, evil corporation after all. We ourselves even worked for Joja, as we see in the intro cutscene. That's why we came to the valley in the first place, to live a more simple and peaceful life. But is it really that bad though? What are the benefits of doing a Joja run? Well, that's what we're gonna find out today. Hello everyone and welcome back to yet again another Stardew video. Don't have much more to say about the intro, let's just get straight to it. First, and probably the biggest difference between these two routes, there's no community bundles. If you decide to sign the membership for Morris, you have so-called community development projects, which have the same goals as in the community center, though instead of collecting an abundance of items, you just have to pay for each individual project. It's as simple as that. No fish, no crops, and none of that god-awful bulletin board, which is by far my least favorite one. I'm looking at you, Red Cabbage. As you can see, there's different prices for each project. And funny enough, the bus repair is actually cheaper in the Joja route compared to the community center, where it's a total of 42,500 gold, instead of only 42,000 gold for the Joja project. Buying a membership allows you to have complete control over how you play the game from the beginning of your save, as the only thing you need to focus on is making money. Whereas doing the community center kind of forces you to do a little bit of everything, gathering specific forage, planting certain crops in every season, buying one of each animal, catching different kinds of fish. I played through the game multiple times, so by now I know how to get everything and on what to focus on in each season, but I do still remember when playing Stardew for the first time on how overwhelming some of the bundles can be. Not to mention, if you miss a single item in one season, you have to wait an entire year to complete the community center. That happened to me more than once. Sure, you can always check the traveling merchant every week, but it's not exactly a reliable source, considering that she has a random rotating stock of multiple hundred items. Because you only need to focus on getting tons of money, you can finish the Joja route a lot faster than the community center. Granted, if you know what you're doing and how to effectively make money early on. As I mentioned before, with the bundles, you're obviously tied to the seasons, meaning the earliest you can finish the community center would be the beginning of winter in year 1. Actually, that's not true. Sorry, me from future editing here. So according to this Reddit post, the earliest you can finish the entire community center would be in year 1, fall the 9th. Don't get too excited, as this is mostly tied to luck. Like, Demetrius has a chance to send you a Nautilus shell in the mail once you have a certain amount of hearts with him, which you need for the bulletin board. Of course, there's once again that pesky Red Cabbage, which can only be obtained from the traveling merchant in year 1, or a lucky drop from the serpents in the Skull Cavern. Blue slimes can drop winter root, which then can be turned into winter seeds by putting them into a seed maker, and can be planted in the greenhouse. Now this is of course if you have the regular bundles. I don't know, maybe there's even a faster way with the remixed options, but I doubt that since these are usually harder to do in my experience. Anyways, what I was trying to say, with the Joja route, you can have your greenhouse up and running by the end of spring in the first year if you wish to do that. Just something to think about. After purchasing the Joja membership, which is 5,000 gold by the way, you will receive a discount for all the different seeds. Essentially, you pay the same as you would over at Pierre's, with the exception of sunflower seeds. For some reason, they are always cheaper at the JojaMart, regardless of whether or not you have the membership. While the JojaMart is a bit further away, it also stays open a lot longer than Pierre's, always until 11 PM and is open the entire week. And one last thing about the membership, it is available for purchase once you get the community center cutscene with Lewis. And be warned, once you buy the membership, you will be locked out of completing any bundles in the community center. However, finishing any bundles does not lock you out from the Joja membership. So for example, you could finish the boiler room, because it's the easiest one to do, since you're going to explore the mines sooner or later anyways, to save on the 50,000 community project and purchase the membership after you finish the boiler room. I mean, I doubt anyone would do that, but you can if you want to. So what happens when you finish all the development projects? Well, once you walk into town on a sunny day, you will get a cutscene with Morris and a few other Joja employees who celebrate the opening of a new warehouse, which, yeah, was the old community center. And speaking about different cutscenes, instead of the Junimos, you will see Morris and his workers whenever you paid for a community project. Just thought I'd mention that. After the warehouse is built, you immediately get a free soda machine, which can only be obtained by doing the Joja route. It's the same as a coffee machine, though instead of coffee, you get free Joja Cola every day. So you have an infinite supply of Joja Cola, which you can give to Sam, since he's the only person in town who likes them. It's nothing crazy, I know, but I think it's cool that you get a unique item for doing the Joja route. I know what you're thinking, Saf, I'm not gonna build a warehouse for a damn soda machine. You have to be out of your mind if you think that's a good reason, and that's a very valid point. But how about unlimited auto pedders? Does that sound better? Yep, you heard that correct. After finishing the construction of the warehouse, you can buy auto pedders for 50,000 each. And even now, with the 1.6 update, that's the only possible way to purchase these. Otherwise, only obtainable through Skull Cavern treasure chests with a 0.6% chance, a meager 0.5% chance from golden mystery boxes, and apparently they can also be found in dangerous mines from special monster drops. So yeah, if you're someone who has a lot of animals, like preferably pigs, then that's a really nice deal with the auto pedders. I forgot to mention, the warehouse can be used for preserve jars or kegs, since no one ever comes here, meaning that NPCs cannot damage any of your machines. Villagers have the same schedule. Once you fully renovate the community center, there's quite a few townies who have a bit of a different schedule. For example, Robin will visit the community center on Mondays, or Clint will take the whole day off on Fridays and just stand in the boiler room doing absolutely nothing, meaning you cannot access any of his services. Another severe difference with the Joja route, instead of the missing bundle, you will once again have to pay for the movie theater construction. And it's a lot. 500,000 gold to be exact. Yikes. Once that's paid, the Joja warehouse will be transformed into the movie theater. But it has a much nicer location in my opinion. I don't know, I just think it fits way better here than over where the JojaMart was. So what do you lose with doing a Joja run? Well, most noticeable are obviously the bundle rewards, and it's a lot. The Stardew Hero trophy you get from Lewis for finishing the community center is unobtainable, but that's about it. And before anyone asks, yes, you can still purchase Joja Mods from the wizard after doing the Joja route, as this is tied to the wizard questline and has nothing to do with the bundles or the JojaMart. Other than that, the Joja route isn't that different from the community center. I did a Joja themed playthrough once and I loved it, as it felt a lot more relaxing, since you only need to focus on making money, which you do anyways. I do believe that this approach is more something for more seasoned Stardew players who played through the game multiple times already, just because of how much money you need to make in total. If you're new to the game or on your first playthrough, you should definitely go and do the community center. I mean, most people probably do that anyways. If you're someone like me who enjoys going for achievements, then there's no way around doing a Joja playthrough, since there's one single achievement tied to that. And as of recording this video, there's only 5.2% of players who've done the Joja route. Yeah, people really don't like it. This video isn't meant to split these two choices into good or bad, or me trying to convince you that the Joja route is much better, because it's not. Both have their ups and downs. The community center is the right thing to do for the sake of the small community of Pelican Town, whereas supporting the JojaMart, you don't get the same type of accomplishment. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the cutscene with Morris and a bunch of random ass Joja employees that you've never seen before, dumping thousands of gold into an already wealthy company just to get a blue soda machine is, yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, it's kinda depressing. Still, a Joja playthrough is a lot more relaxing in my opinion. I do kinda wish that the Joja route had a bit more benefits, like it would be cool if the Joja furniture catalog was a bit cheaper with a membership, or after constructing the movie theater you could get exclusive Joja furniture that is not in the catalog. I don't know, just stuff like that. Luckily, there are tons of mods to spice up your Joja playthrough. Like seriously, there's a lot of Joja focused mods. The Joja clearance bin, Joja themed greenhouse, Joja black market. Stardew Valley Expanded even lets you upgrade to JojaMart if you decide to go down that route. But yeah, that does it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you ever did a Joja playthrough, or if you're planning on doing one. I always love reading you guys' comments. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.